Alright, what's up everybody? Today I'm working on the XV750 again. Since last time I did do a couple of things. Let's see. So what I did was I removed some more stuff. The exhaust on the front. The back one is still on there, as you can see. Yeah. I also bought another gas tank. I think this one's really cool. It's from a XV750 Kawasaki. I've put it on there before, but with the original tank mounts it was sitting a bit far back and didn't want that. So what I did was cut them off, welded them a bit further forward, and now it fits exactly. When I turn the bar, it almost touches, but it doesn't, so that's perfect. Also made a mount for the bag, which isn't finished yet, as you can see, but it's pretty stuck on there, so that's good. So what I want to do today is I want to make an electrical box. I'm going to try to fit the battery in there, but I don't think it's gonna fit, so that's probably going underneath here somewhere. We'll figure it out as we go. Should be pretty awesome, so let's get to it, man. So that's much better. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do right now is take some measurements to see what will fit and what will look good. So let's get started with that. Okay, so my idea is to make it fit within here. Have underneath here, I'll have it hanging underneath the subframe. I don't want it poking out of the sidebars here. I think this should be about a 45-degree angle. If I get it a bit off, that should be alright, because it will be hidden behind these bars. But yeah, I want to make sure it looks good, so I'm going to take some measurements to make sure it'll fit. 19 centimeters. We're 190 mil. I want it to go from about here all the way to the front, basically. Let's see, 200 mil. And I don't want it to be hanging too low, because otherwise it will look like a brick is floating around here. I want it to look sleek, but I also want it to be deep enough so I can make the ignition on the side here, because, well, I think it looks cool. So basically that's the reason why. Also don't like flopping keys around here. I really want this part to be clean. Also got some parts coming in today for this bike, so hopefully we can make this bike even today, just make it a whole lot sleeker looking. Alright. So I just took the measurements, just putting it down on the steel right here. I'm using 2 mil steel, nothing special. Maybe a little too thick, but I like the way it welds, because, well, I'm not a good welder. And I found out that welding 2 mil is, well, at least for me, relatively easily. Right. Well, definitely not perfect, but also definitely good enough. I can see where I need to cut. Looks the same, looks straight. So let's get to cutting. So usually when I was grinding, I used to like to wear just some normal gloves, but the sparks every time keep on burning through the glove. So I'm kind of done with destroying all my gloves every day that I wear a new one. So what I usually do these days is just wear my welder's gloves. They obviously don't burn through, and they're comfortable enough for me to make a semi-precise cut. So yeah, that's why I'm using these welder's gloves. Alright, so as I was about to cut the plate, my previous grinder decided to die, which is kind of sad, but the good part about that is that I got to buy a new one. So this is a Bosch one. Yeah, let's get to it, see how it works. Okay, so I've cut a bit of the back because what I forgot while taking these measurements is that it's not gonna come all the way up to here. It's gonna sit a little lower, and there's like going to be a plate that has a 45-degree angle that comes along with it, with this pipe here. So I made it a bit shorter. This looks pretty good, somewhere around here. So this should fit quite well, because I'm not going to bore you with any more grinding. I'm just gonna cut the walls here and start welding them. We received our package, so let's open it up and see what's inside. After that we'll get back to making the electronic box. So let's see what's inside. So the box looks a little bigger in the picture than it does in real life, but nonetheless it's pretty big, so I'm quite excited. Of course I know what I ordered, but still always feels good to open a package that has your name on it. And I think I'm opening it upside down, but we'll see. Alright, ordered some springs. In the future I want to make a custom exhaust system, which you need some strings, or some springs, I'm sorry. Pull springs to be exact, but I also needed them for my car, so that was to be honest, the main reason that I bought them is just $8 for like a million of these things. One should definitely fit my car. New bars. They kind of fit the frame. These are higher and wider than the other one that's currently on it. It should look a whole lot better. I personally think they're really cool, especially in this glossy black. Some stickers, and it says thanks. I've ordered it from Motorcycles United. Pretty cool store. For the Dutch people, it's kfraceonderdelen.nl. I've spent way too much money at their store, but they deliver pretty good stuff, so I always order with them. But really, thank you, man. So this is the new battery that I ordered. It's a lithium-ion, so I can put it in any way I want. And this is the old one. This is really heavy. And well, you can position it any way you want, so this is way better, and it weighs less than half, definitely. You can, no problem. This, not so much, it's pretty heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 of these would still weigh less than 1 of these. The best part about getting this package is of course being able to do this. Okay, so what I ordered as well, which I think is really cool, is a new headlight. It's a bottom mount, not because I necessarily think those would look cooler, but I think it will look better on this bike. It's a glossy black with like a chrome rim to it. You can see right here. Wow, it's pretty, man. It looks really, really good. I think it'll look great on the bike. That's about it. So let's get back to making this. Damn, this headlight is awesome. Looks really good. I don't really know if you can see on camera how cool it is, but It's really freaking cool. Okay, so back to making the electronic box again. Awesome. Alright, so it's the next day, hence the different clothes. I wasn't able to finish up last time, so we're moving on today. I was able to weld these walls for the electronic box that'll sit under the subframe right here. Today I'm going to be mounting or welding the points to mount this bracket, and I'm going to make a plate for the headlight to sit somewhere. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so the electronic box is gonna sit around here. As you can see, it fits quite nicely. It has to come from underneath if you want to take it off. I don't think I'm gonna do that often, but I want to be able just in case. So what I want to do is I want to weld a simple bracket from here to here. Drill some holes, and so that I can use a couple of bolts and nuts to make it fit snugly. And if I have to remove it, for example paint or anything like that, I can just unscrew the bolts and nuts and take it out from underneath. Okay, so what I did was, as you can see in the back, I welded the plate. I didn't cut it too right, so the welds aren't that pretty, but it's most definitely gonna hold. Besides that, taking the angle grinder over it should make it look a whole lot better. But you won't see it anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. I also made these four, well, little plates. Okay, so the idea is that I'm going to bend all four of these in a 90-degree angle, about halfway. Weld them to the box, drill a hole in each one of them. After that, drill a hole in the plates, so we can connect it. No, they're really small, but they're 2 mil thick, so it should most definitely hold. Let's get to it. Alright, so I'm pretty pleased with the way it's sitting right now. I think it's complements the lines of the bike. As you can see right here, this line is exactly the same angle. I know there's some space in between there. I wanted to make sure that the monoshock that sits right here is able to move freely without interfering with the box. Also, I'm going to run some cables through here. So I wanted to make sure that everything would fit just fine. So what I'm going to do now is use the 90-degree-ish, it's not Not a single one of them is exactly 90 degrees, but that's fine. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to hold them against, put them in a position where I like them, weld them to the box, take the box off again, finish the welds. After that, drill a couple of holes and we should be done with the battery box. Of course, I'm going to sand it down, perhaps polish it or give it a nice coat of paint. Not sure about that yet, but this of course is most definitely not the end result of it. Okay, so I welded the mounting plates, the tiny ones with the 90-degree angle. I'm going to drill the holes now so I can attach them to the subframe for good. As you can see, I finished drilling the holes. The electronic box is now well attached to the subframe. It's a little light. Let me see if I can adjust that. It's better. Okay, so I think it looks pretty good. I'm quite pleased with the end result. I'm going to leave this plate as is because in the future I want to be able to mount the seat here. Still gonna have to cut this off for the mount of the gas tank. As you can see, it's still a couple of flakes here and there. Of course, I'm going to be using my angle grinder to clean this a bit up and make it look nice. After that, I made a small plate for where the headlight can sit. As you can see, it's definitely not done yet. I just made this to see whether I think the headlight is in the right position or not. So what I'm going to do now is going to put the headlight on, show you what it looks like, and well, we'll decide from there whether we are actually going to use this or figure something else out. Okay, so here's the headlight that I showed you before. Like I said, this is just to try it out, see how it looks on the bike and whether I like the position or not. Okay, so this is loosely mounted on there. As you can see, it's still a bit wobbly. I really like the headlight. I'm not sure whether I want it to be a little higher up or that I like this position, considering the fact that I also want to have two blinkers around here somewhere. I think the headlight itself looks really good. I think it matches the bike as well. I think it fits nice between the forks, but it's not that small. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you think so far. Do you like the build or not? Would you like to see something different? And definitely let me know what you think about the headlight and the position it's in. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.